Hello and good evening. My name is John, and I'm playing 16th Kilometer. There it is, in English. This is part of my Steam cleaning series. I go through every game in my Steam library, eventually, and then arbitrarily rate and review them after just a little bit. I have no idea what this game is, but I'm guessing it's train themed? Let's give it a go. Okay, attention, this game contains bad speech, rape, sexual scenes, record 18 only. I mean, okay. Your actions and decisions will change the story around you. To continue, press the left mouse button or spacebar. Do not forget to save from time to time. 16th Kilometer. Author of the idea, programming Kryli Skrbakova, painters Maliden Anakits. Chapter 1, On the Railroad. It was late spring. Nature showed its vibrant colors, and the days were getting sunnier and warmer. Excitement about the upcoming holiday and vacations filled the air. Many were going to the sea, to their country homes, or to their relatives to have some rest from their daily routine in Oxford commas. I hadn't decided what I was going to do on my vacation. I had several options. I could go to my country house, save some money for the trip up to the sea, or stay home. But anyway, I didn't like to plan anything ahead because if it went wrong, it could be disappointing. Was I living for today? Yeah, maybe. I liked that. And later it turned out that I was right because many of the things didn't go as planned that year. It was Sunday, although it was a day off for many people, it was a working day for me. I lived in a small town on the edge of the region and worked in Moscow, the capital of our country. Which country was it? Russia. I was going there by train, like many people nowadays. Even though it was far and I had to spend money and time on these trips, I still wanted to work in Moscow because the jobs there are better paid. I was sitting on the train on my way to work. It was a warm morning and the sun was shining brightly. Since it was a day off, there weren't too many people in the train. I didn't want to nap, so I was just looking outside through the dusty window, deep in my thoughts. There were forests, fields, roads, and small country houses. Well, everything I remembered from all the times I traveled by this road. Suddenly, the engine went quiet, but the train continued gliding smoothly and more slowly. And the violins started playing. Then I saw some kind of pink fog which suddenly appeared in the air and was slowly coming down to the ground. That was weird. What was that? A woman sitting next to me, who's invisible in this image here, looked out the window and mumbled something, and a man with a mustache was still reading his newspaper without paying attention to anything else. The sound of the wheels was or were very quiet. The train almost stopped. Unscheduled stops might have happened sometime here if they allowed the freight train to pass or something like that. Meanwhile, the fog and plot continued to thicken. I felt anxious because I had no idea what was going on. I started to think, maybe there was a fire somewhere. Fire? It's not like it. Maybe the accident at some factory which led to the leakage of something into the air. Chemical weapons? The train stopped, and the man finally took his eyes off the newspaper. Hello. My name is Konstantinovich. I'm going to be late because of them again. In situations like that, people usually blame the drivers, but I don't understand why people blame them for the train delays. How is this their fault? They can't change anything if the dispatcher tells them to stop. I guess I was going to be late for work. Of course, I would tell them it wasn't my fault, but I doubted that would be able to prove it later. Look at the window, go to the engineering panel. Let's go to engineer! I can't read that. I came to the engineering panel and pressed the button. Nothing happened. I decided to turn my seat. Decisions you make in this game will affect the story. The man, I couldn't look at the window on the way back. The man reading the newspaper before went to the tambour and smoked a cigarette. Man, your shirt is untucked. When we were in the first train car, I saw a man who walked out of the driver's cabin and looked at the roof of the train. Suddenly, he grasped his throat like he was choking and fell to the ground. Wait, are we still on the train? What the hell? How did he get outside? The woman saw him too and stood up saying, "What's happened to him? We have to help him." Was it because of the pink fog? I decided to share my thoughts with this woman. See that pink fog behind the window? It looks weird. What if something happened and it's something poisonous? Attention! Some choices you make can be fatal. Please save the game from time to time. Autosave function added. Okay, you can load autosave special tab in the load menu. What should we do then? You can't save before making a choice, which is frustrating. I'll go there and try to help him. I mean, a small flow of pink fog found its way through his crackling car. It got mixed with the air, becoming clear. The rock music started playing. I ran to the tambour where the man was smoking. I pushed away and started opening the outside door. Get ready to press the button to open the door. EQ. Okay. The pink fog started to get the train. I jumped off to the ground. I then took a breath. I didn't smell any scent, but immediately felt a sharp pain in my lungs. I walked over the man lying on the ground, but the pain in my chest paralyzed me. I fell down on the ground next to him. Game over. The end. I knew that would happen. Auto. Here. I don't know. I think if I go outside, I'll die. I have no idea what's happening, and I have no idea what is happening and what we should do. I am an idiot. I stepped away from them and walked to the end of the car and stood to think. A bit of fog got inside the train, but it was not enough to do any harm. Assuming that it does harm. It just got dissolved in the air. Never mind. Suddenly, I heard the door open, connecting the driver car's door. From there, a man came out. He looked very frightened. Apparently, he was the driver or assistant driver. Nikolai. No last name. Did you see that? What happened to him? I think so, the fog. It's poisonous. Don't go out of the cars. The guy in the headphones woke up and looked around confused. This guy wasn't mentioned earlier, or at least I don't recall, but he now woke up. The man who smoked in timbre came back to the car. He saw a man in the driver's uniform. So what? How long are we going to wait here? As long as we have to. We have to check on Sergey. He went outside to see if anything happened with the train's pantograph? And fell... I don't know what a pantograph is. I should Google that. And fell down to the ground. Well, maybe someone go out and check on him. I don't think we should risk it. It's too strange. You see things like this happen every day. We have to contact other people. Try to understand what's going on. I've already tried calling the dispatcher. It didn't work. There's no connection. Damn it. It looks like something serious happened. We're stuck here for a while. Well, let's wait. We have no other options anyway. The most important thing is not to panic. Let's introduce yourself. I'm the driver of this electrical train. My name is Nikolai Vazeski. You can call me Nikolai. Like my name is. I'm Eugene Konstantinopil. Oleg. I was younger than the other people. Nikolai Vasquez. I thought you said call me Nikolai? Could you please say that we're going to stay... Could you please say that we're going to stay here for a while over the loudspeaker? Maybe we should call all the people in the first cars. Sadly, I can't. We have no electricity. Okay, since you're the driver, you're going to be in charge here. Maybe we should go and check on him. What if we can help him somehow? I'm not going out there for sure. If you want to, you can go, but I'll just watch from here. No, we shouldn't risk it. Although, who can hold their breath for a long time? I remember that I could do it pretty good because I swim often. I didn't use it last time when I went outside the train, but now it reminded me that I could hold my breath. Volunteer. I think I can. I'll open the door for you just in case. Do you know how to open it? Yes, sure. Even though it was very easy, most people have no idea to do that. There were special openings on the door of the trains, but people just try to move the doors apart using the gap between them. Oh god. Eugenie Konstovalshis, can you walk around the cars and tell the people not to go outside until we find out what the hell's going on here? And I think we also have to get all the people in the first cars of the train. That's what I said. Okay, I'll do it. You owe me a cognac when all this shit is done. I don't know why the W. That's a W! Ah! Eugene Konstovalshis went away, and Nikolai turned to the rest of the people in the car. We're gonna open the door. The fog will get inside. The door to the tambour has to be closed, and you must not open till we get back. Let's go. I'll hold my breath. 2. Stay in the Tembor. I hope the small amount of substance, or whatever it is, isn't too deadly. If it was, we'd be dead already. He waved at the window, and a small flow of pink fog infiltrated through the cracks in the car. It got mixed with the air, becoming clear. I don't know if that's how it works. We went to the Tembor. Good luck. Are you ready? Good luck to us. Yes, let's do it. Nikolai closed the door that led to the Tembor to the car. Get ready. Quickly press the buttons to open the door. This QuickTime event. Quickly press the buttons that are going to appear on your screen. D, S, 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 W, S, D, S, S. I didn't feel like the fog did something bad to my body, so I assumed we were right. It was only poisonous and you breathed it in. Although, who knows, maybe I could feel its effects later. I swiftly walked over to the man lying on the ground, turned his body over to look at his face. I checked his pulse. Nothing. He was dead. I quickly ran back to the train and got inside with help of Nikolai, who opened the door from the Tembor. Then I ran to the train car, hearing the sound of the door closing. I tried to catch my breath. What happened? How is he? He's dead. What? What'll happen to us then? I don't know how to reply to that question. Nikolai was mumbling something. Leaning on the wall, I thought that they probably were good friends, maybe just colleagues, who worked together every day. I looked at the other people in the car and saw worry and fear of unknown on their faces, who are all invisible in this scene. Soon, Eugene came back with a few more people in their cars. Commander. Why Commander? I did what you asked. I got all the people in the first 3 cars, but we have a problem. The 8th car is filled with fog. We can't go any further. I guess the windows were open, so this thing got inside. Some of the windows in the cars are open too, but other people quickly closed them just in time. So that means the 8th car is full of dead people? Yeah, I think so. And who knows what is in the other 2? Maybe someone's alive in there. Oh, because we can't, it must be, yeah. Well, we'll have to wait then. Right, we can't even do anything. Leave this train would be death for all of us. We're locked in. I tried to calm down. I failed. Go to the other car. I couldn't just sit and wait, so I decided to look around and see what's going on in the other cars. I opened the door of the Tembor and quickly went to their car. There were many people in that car, but they were all silent and scared. Was I looking like this too? Yeah, this car has people in it! I walked near the bench where I heard a whisper. Constant, hey man! I looked around and saw a strange-looking man. That's kind of rude. It was hard to say how old he was, maybe 30 or even maybe 40. He was balding and had a big nose. I don't know. He's not balding, and he doesn't have a big nose, which was not proportional to his face. No, that's not him at all. In addition, he was thin and his clothes were too large for him. Alright, I could give the too large clothes. Have a seat. I sat down in front of him. What did he want? I guess I can trust you. Should I take that as a compliment? What do you want? My name is Constantin. Constantin. He held his hand and I shook it and introduced myself. Do you have any idea what's going on? He was trembling. His voice was trembling. He was nervous. No, I don't know anything. Nobody knows. No, they know. This is an experiment. Oh, come on, man. What experiment? You know, experiments on human beings. They were conducting them in different countries, but not so many people know about them. I've heard of such experiments. For example, when people pretend to be prisoners and guards in jail. I heard that wasn't true at all. They managed to get us on... it happened, but I don't know. Anyway, they managed to get us an isolated room. Do you understand that? They wanted to see what we're going to do and how we're going to survive. Who's they? Scientists and soldiers, of course. I don't think they'll let us go that easy. They're going to watch us. This sounds crazy. It's sad you can't think straight. I was wrong about you. I stood and went to my train car. I returned to my seat. It was hard to sit and wait for the situation to end. Was it actually going to end? Another man stepped into the car. He was quite old but in good shape, tall, and was trying to catch his breath. Alexander, who's in charge here? Does anybody know what's going on here? I came from the last car. I saw how a couple of people walked out of the train and just suffocated. Oh, we got our 3-pack here. Nobody knows what the hell's going on here. The phones aren't working. We can't leave the stupid train. Maybe I can help you. Man who came with Eugene Constava said it quietly and somehow mysteriously. My name is Alexander. Alexander Petrovich. People in the car introduced themselves. I gathered the people from the last car to the 3rd one. There was no one alive in the last one, just corpses. I saw a couple people in uniform in the 8th car. I guess they were policemen accompanying the train. They are dead, too. We have to tell people not to open the windows so that we'll all die too. How do we conduct them through the cars? Instead of replying, Alexander reached into his bag and took a couple of gas masks from it. I knew a bit about them. These were the insulating ones. I also know there were some regenerative cartridges in the bag. Wow! Yes, this is how I conducted them. I've got 3 gas masks. He looked like a strict and serious person to me. He may be a soldier, I thought. That's awesome. This means we can go out and try to find someone. Good idea. I agree, we can scout the situation. Sitting here forever is not an option. Who wants to go? We need 3 people. There is a rural store nearby. It's the closest place we can find people. I guess the man actually was a soldier. He knew a place where our train had stopped well. He looked very confident, even though he clearly didn't try to look like that on purpose. I want to go. Even though I was scared, my curiosity got the better. Plus, just sitting here and doing nothing was even worse. Good, who else? So we're gonna leave and just... So are we going to leave and we should... So you are going to leave and we should just die here? No, I'm coming with you. Okay, that's 3 of us. I'll stay here and be in charge and try to calm people down. Take the bags with you just in case. When you get on your way back, get us something to eat. I don't think we have many supplies. And we're gonna stay here for a while. I don't think you need instructions. If you volunteer to come with me, you probably know how to use a gas mask. How does that... No. We have about an hour for the whole trip. We go fast, speaking only when it's needed. We won't take the regenerative cartridge with us. I'm sure there's enough oxygen in the gas mask for us. If we won't find help, we have to search supplies. Let's take more food. Everybody agree. Get ready to quickly press the buttons. No. Why am I pushing these buttons? Why am I pushing those buttons? We put the gas masks on and went to the Tambor, which was like a corner between the safe zone and the pink fog ahead of us. Nikolai wished us luck and went back to the car. We opened the doors and jumped off the train. While Alexander Petrov was holding the door looking around, there was a beautiful birch grove, a field, some country houses on the horizons. Well, let's go. We started our journey. I was scared but excited. I felt so many things at once. So many thoughts swirled in my head. We drew them all here. I didn't know if I was going to ever see my family and relatives again. I don't know what was happening. I don't know if we were going to survive. I turned around and looked at our new home. 10 cars of green with yellow stripes shining in the sun, surrounded by pink fog and carrying thousands of people every day. Electric train ED2T. End of chapter 1. Chapter 2. The first outing.
Уважаемые пассажиры, электропоезд следует до станции Москва-Узкая со всеми остановками.
Dear passengers, our electric train departs to Moscow Klanovachka station. That's how my morning started. Everything changed in just a couple hours. My mind still refused to completely accept it. It was like I was sleeping and it was all just a bad dream. A weird and scary one. Our train didn't make it to the point of destination that day, and our people's plans didn't come true. I just did, like we know. Well, maybe this was released episodically and there was time in between. We were walking away from the electric train to the direction of the birch grove. The nature changed its colors. First off, colors is spelled without a U here, and then nature changed its colors. Everything was touched. Like, all right, that's weird phrasing, but that doesn't look too pink. The fog wasn't as heavy as it seemed through the windows of the train. The visibility was quite good. What scared me was everything was completely silent. Birds weren't singing, the trees weren't singing, there was no sounds of cars or rumbling trains. The only thing I could hear was beating my heart and the sound of our footsteps. By the way, where did you get these gas masks? Shut up. Why do you care? If you want to chat so much, you should have stayed on the train. Calm down, friend. It was just a question. Alexander lifted his watch and shook his head. Let's move faster. I think we'll be able to reach the store in about 15 minutes. If we're going to walk slow, we won't have enough oxygen to get back to the train. Well, let's stay there. I hope they close the windows and the doors in time. We put on pace. We were walking the footpath which looked like people walked here often. Then we saw a pond. Then we saw a pond surrounded by beautiful willows. They were so magnificent that even the pink fog couldn't ruin this view. If only this wasn't so heavily compressed that I could see it too. Careful! Alexander Petrov said, circling something. A few meters ahead, I caught his attention. There was a corpse of a bird lying in the footpath. It was probably a crow. So the fog was killing the birds too. Or not just the birds, but all living creatures. Kick the corpse of the bird? No. I carefully bypassed the corpse of a bird. Who thinks that? I want to stop there and dive into the sinister beauty of nature, so I'm pink fog, even just for a minute. Don't fall behind the group. What are you, an idiot? I don't want to fall behind the group, plus it was dangerous. We reached the pond. That's not where we were trying to go. It looked horrible. The water became pink, just like the fog. Dead fish... No, dead fish would not be swimming on the surface. They'd be floating on the surface of the pond, and bubbles were rising in the water. Eugene glanced at the pond, started to walk closer to Alexander. It was a good thing we couldn't smell anything because of the gas mask, or else it would have been terrible. I don't know who that is. So, Susan, how far is it? Damn it, one more word and I'll drown you in that shit. Checking if it's poisons or not at the same time. I guess he really was nervous and even tried to look confident and tough. I wanted to talk too, maybe because it was fear, but I was keeping myself under control. My thoughts were absolutely chaotic. I couldn't think properly. I even pinched myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming. Oh, one disappeared. We slowly bypassed the pond and soon we could see a road to a low building rising behind a small green field overgrown with grass. It looked like an ordinary store near the train station. Did I think I saw someone? Alexander Persia waved his hand reassuringly. Oh right, we didn't have much air and had to speak only when it was necessary. He disciplined above all else. Alexander Petrov was definitely a military man. I don't know if that's... I checked the time on my mobile phone. It was about 3 p.m. The time was running too fast. I thought I hadn't eaten in hours, but I didn't even want to. I guess it was because of nerves. I wanted to learn more about the people in our group. Alexander Petrov, he must be a soldier. At least he really looked like one. And definitely had gas masks in his bag for a reason. Okay, I should ask him later. It was like he kept some kind of secret. Yep, he's gone. Eugene Konstavach. That was easy. He was probably a factory worker on his way to work on the train, just like me. And he looked repulsive. Huh? He hadn't shaved in days. His hair was short and streaked with gray, which is not accurate. A strong odor of alcohol was coming from him, but luckily the gas masks don't allow us to smell it. So how do I know? Ugh. Still, there was something good in him too. He did his work well, gathering people in the first train and warning them about danger. He also volunteered to go with us, even though I thought he did because of personal reasons, thinking that we could wait and leave all those people on the train. Who knows? Maybe later I'll get an opportunity to know these people better. We almost reached the point in our destination. My legs are tired because of the fast walking and the smell. If the gas mask. I'm guessing that's the smell of the gas mask was very annoying. We're almost there. We finally reached the store and a small area ahead of it. Parking spot for cars and customers. The store wasn't that big. There were 2 cars parked near the store. We saw a dead body lying on the ground in front of them. The man probably was on a car when he saw the fog. His eyes were open. Alexander slowly walked to him and looked at his face. He's dead. Nice. Nice. We all focused our attention on the shop. There was no evidence of anyone being alive in there, but the windows and doors were closed. That was a good sign. There's a cat. Alright, let's get inside. But quickly, lest this damn thing couldn't get into the building. By this damn thing, he meant the fog. Thanks for explaining. Came close to a closed door. Our leader opened swiftly and walked inside. We followed him and closed the door behind us. Oh no. We were disappointed. We saw a couple dead bodies on the floor with another one at the cash register, probably the cashier. Pink fog somehow got in here too. Eugene cursed and Alex slowly walked around the cash register. Okay, gentlemen, our plans have changed. No one's alive in here. We have about a half an hour left. Grab the bags, take all the food that doesn't need cooking, bread, canned goods, snacks, beverages, and do it fast. I'll check the utility rooms in case anyone's left in there. Okay, let's go on with it. He nodded and Alexander went through the door. We pulled the bags out of our pockets and started filling them with food. Where were you going on the train today? To work. They called me, so I had to be in there on my day off. And you? Same here, but I worked like this all the time. On weekends, it's my schedule. He went to their shelf, took something from it, and showed it to me. Look, flashlights. Might be useful. I agree. Could you please retrieve some of them and search for batteries? Hey, relax. I'm older than you. But it's the end of the world, so stop being so official. After saying that, Eugene Cousins snorted again. I didn't reply. His bag was already so full, he threw it on the floor next to me. I went to the cash register. It was open. Haha, great. Funny, in any situation, even on the verge of life and death, without any idea what was going on next, people were thinking about money. Maybe it was going to end, we were going to live as we did before. Maybe we were never going to need money. But I guess he was hoping for the best, hoping it was temporary. Maybe in his mind, just like mine, he wasn't able to realize what was going on. Just ignore him. Stop him. What the hell are you doing? Get the F off here, you little punk. I filled my bag and started to put soda and juice in Yuling's bag. He saw that, came over to me and said cheerfully, "Don't forget the most important thing." He started to take beer from the shelves, put in the bag, of course, the most important thing. I saw also a pretty expensive bottle of wine on the shelf. Sure, take the bottle of wine. Put the bottle of wine in the bag. Soon all the bags were full, we just had to wait for a leader to return to the train. Eugene walked over the body line on the floor and started searching for something useful in his pockets. I was surprised he was doing that with enthusiasm. Almost like a scavenger eats someone's lifeless body, he found money and a mobile phone. Ha! Having an extra one is great. Call Alexander. Alexander! Suddenly the door opened and Alexander Petrov walked in. He saw what Eugene Kozlov was doing, ran to him, grabbed and pushed Eugene against the wall. "What the F are you doing?" "Searching for the stuff we need, and these people are dead already. You must respect the dead ones, even if you don't respect the living ones." With those words, Aslan set him free with disgust. Then Alexander went to the corpse of the old man and gently closed his eyes. You know, they should be looking for the car keys. There was no one in the utility room. The pink fog's here too. I don't understand how it got in the building. We filled the bags and we can go back now. Yes. Looked at his watch. Damn, we're risking it not making the electrical train. Grab the bag and let's go. Fast and no talking. He snatched up the bags and went to the door. We took the rest of the bags and followed him. Eugene Cousin looked downcast, and what surprised me, he was silent. It was a big blow to his self-esteem, I thought. We went out of the shop and headed to the electric train. We were out of breath because the bags were heavy. We didn't have much oxygen left in the cartridges. We were returning back to home, and I was thinking about the situation. Were the only living people left here? Why were there no survivors in the store? How did this dangerous fog get there? What happened to the people in the rest of the world? Soon we reached the pond, and Alexander Petrov slowed down his steps, pondering something. He took a small stick and walked close to the water. What are you doing? Our leader leaned over the pond and ended the stick in the water. In a few seconds, he took the stick out in the water and examined it, showed it to us. This wet stick looked like some kind of acid had corroded it. Not too much, but it was enough for us to understand that. See this? You better not fall in the water. If you see any puddles, you should avoid them. The fog did something to the water. I guess you can say maybe that it's poisoning it. To our luck, there were no puddles and it wasn't raining. Threw the stick in the pond, went the footpath, continuing his way back to the railroad. We followed him. The fog didn't add to the water. Rain would be deadly dangerous to us. Could it corrode the roof of the electronic train? If the answer was yes, we weren't going to survive for too long. Hey, Commander, my hands are itching. And not just my hands, my whole body. Is that normal? It was weird. I didn't notice that myself. The same thing was happening to me. My skin, except for my head, covered by the gas mask, was itching. That was a bad sign. We have to hurry up. Because there's moisture in the air. Alexander put on some pace. We were almost running. The handles of the heavy bags were opening our hands, leaving us red marks on them, but we couldn't stop even for a minute. I didn't feel pain because of fear, but I felt itching. Would we get back in time? And if so, what did the fog do to us? Were we going to be okay? So many questions I didn't know the answers to. We almost saw the grove. When we almost reached the grove and saw the electric train, our new home. Somehow it seemed even bigger than before. Like something more than just a clumsy, decrepit, and dusty thing. The eyes of the windows... Through the eye windows of the gas mask fogged up enough that I could barely see anything. Still, the only thing I wanted to do was look at the door of the train we walked so desperately to get to. It's hard to breathe. We were in low in air while our hearts were beating faster. My friends were walking next to me. We had to make it. We were almost there. I heard a crunch on my feet. I wasn't even looking at the ground when walking all this time. I looked down and saw that I stepped on a dead bird. It didn't feel disgusted. I lost all my fears, but only one's left, the fear of death. We were in balance. I saw Nikolai's face in the train's window. He was looking at us, struggling with heavy bag, walking and running low on oxygen and our regenerative cartridges. One step, another. We were almost there. Come on, you can do this. Press the buttons. EQ. Alexander Petrov and Eugene Constantinople were almost suffocated but kept on walking without any thoughts. The train doors opened. I saw Nikolai. He was covered his nose with a hand so the fog wouldn't get into his lungs. Just a few more steps and everything would be over. The most difficult part was to climb the mount. I felt dizzy and couldn't think straight. I saw Nikolai's hand. He grabbed it and hauled myself on the train. I threw the bags on the tambour and ran to the next car, taking out the gas mask and throwing it on the next seat. Oh, there's ghost people in here now. Clear air. Finally, I never felt so happy before, I think. I heard the sound of closing doors, so my friends were running the car too, taking the gas mask off and trying to catch their breath. I slowly calmed down and looked around. I noticed the people were looking at us with hope. Another minute passed before we could finally speak. Nikolai, another man whose name I didn't know, brought out our bags in the tambour. They're quite heavy. So, how are you? Is everything okay? I think so. This is great. I saw you brought us a lot of food. Here, have some water. He gave me a bottle of mineral water, the ones we brought from the store. You did great. Saved us all from starvation. Yeah, man, that was impressive. You ran away ahead of Yuji and me. I didn't even notice. I was running to the train first, so I mumbled something about because I didn't know what to reply. Alexander started telling Nikolai about our trip. We got to the store. There was no survivors. The door and windows were closed. We have no idea how the fog got inside. In addition, we found out the fog makes the water poisonous. You better not touch it. He paused, looking at his hands. The fog seemed to damage our skin too if you stay outside too long. Every person in the car was listening to him, and I saw hope in their eyes turn to fear and despair. I examined my hands. Their skin was still red and itchy. I sat down at the end of the seat. People were discussing something, but I didn't care. I wasn't worried about anything. The most important thing was that we were alive, at least for now. And I didn't want to think about the future. Soon, evening was going to fall upon us, followed by night. I felt dizzy. My eyes began to darken. And I couldn't think straight. I heard someone talking next to me. The next moment, I gave up to tiredness and fell asleep. End of chapter 2. All right. Chapter 3 tonight.
Следующая остановка Sixtieth Kilometer.
So this has been 16th Kilometer. I don't. It's a visual novel. There's a few grammatic errors. I'm assuming it was originally written in Russian, so it's the English a second language thing. So I don't want to ditch them too much. Mechanically, I don't really understand the button pressing stuff. It seems kind of arbitrary. Like they wanted to shoehorn in a few bits of gameplay besides the visual novel stuff and the decision making. The autosave that was added was apparently very nice. I don't like the games that don't let you save when a decision's coming up without prompting you that a decision's coming up. As far as the story goes, I don't know. It hasn't done anything for me. There's a warning at the beginning. I don't know where that comes from or where that plays into. But be that aware. It's glad that they mentioned at the top. It doesn't... I have nothing good or bad to say about it. It just seems like another visual novel game that tells its story. It might be good, it might be bad. The writing didn't do anything for me, so I'm gonna say pass. But if you want to know more about this train and Russian written games, maybe give it a shot. Cheers.